How much of a reach is top four going to be? If Liverpool can only get themselves up for big games and Tottenham continue being a second half team?
I think both of them will be in the top four.
You think both of them will be in the top four?
No, we played 13 games. We're going to
at the expense of who? So City are in there.
I think Chelsea are in jeopardy. I think depending what they do in the transfer window.
Newcastle or Arsenal?
Arsenal are looking convincing at the moment. You have to say they are looking like a really good team. I've said this several times here already. I think everyone's playing for second place this year. So there, I've given you my top four. Okay.
So you think Liverpool will find consistency and Tottenham sooner than later will come out the front foot?
They'll continue to win games playing the way they're playing. And I think
But they're not. That's the thing.
I've said they're going into the game yesterday third in the league, Jim. So
but Tottenham's record in big games so far, Graham. I draw with Chelsea, lost to United, lost to Arsenal, lost to Liverpool, lost to Newcastle.
I think they've done remarkably well getting them into fourth place last year. I think, as I've said on this show many times, it's a manager's job to get the best out of the group of players that he's working with. Conte is a vastly experienced manager who knows what he's doing. So if he's choosing to go down the route of being slightly pragmatic, you have to believe in him. That's my message to Spurs supporters. Believe in him. You've got a guy who knows what he's doing.
So that is his pragmatic game plan then, is it?
No, I come
you
back
accept
to
that that's a game plan.
All right, let's do, we were talking about it off air. See, when you're talking about a team being pragmatic or a negative approach, what are you actually saying there? A defender goes out to do, no matter what tactics, a defender goes out to stop the ball ending up in the back of your net. Accept that?
Correct, yeah.
Your strikers go out with one intention and one intention only is to score goals. So basically you're talking about, if it's a pragmatic approach, it's your midfield. That I would agree with totally. And that's what I alluded to going back to when I played. And I think, yes, could it be a bit more adventurous in that department? Could the wing backs, as Dyer did as a centre-back, push on yesterday a bit more? Yeah, but I come back to it. I believe in this guy. I think if you look at his work, wherever he's been, he gets the best out of the players he's working with. He pushes them to a point where he's almost breaking them and falling out with them. And I think he's the right man for the job. And I believe he will do well for Spurs.
The genesis of this conversation, and I'm in the same place as you, Graham, with that, and I've always been in the same place and I never felt that Conte would not work with Daniel Levy. I never believed the narrative that they were going to fall out. I always believed that they'd end up in a space where he was being supported, because otherwise what was the point of bringing him here? What was the point of pitching him a woo in the summer, going back around and pitching him another woo when they got rid of Espirito Santo? But we go back to the genesis of this conversation, which it started with the Tottenham fans booing Tottenham at half-time because there is two sides of a coin. There's one side of a coin which we're describing as cautious and pragmatic and debating the methodology behind that, and the other side is when they go behind whoever it's against. You say my argument gets dispelled because they wouldn't be fearful of Bournemouth. I didn't say they were fearful of anyone. It wasn't about fear. It's about a starting position in every game. It's about their mentality of approaching a game. And if you're in a situation where the definition of insanity is repeating the same things and expecting a different outcome, if Tottenham keep setting up the same way for whoever they play because that's the manager's message, then they are going to be given this moniker of being a side that turns up in the second half. And that surely doesn't win you anything.
No, but you're implying that they actually see it right. We'll go
I'm saying it, not implying
80% for the first 45 minutes and see where we are. Nobody can go down that road. The game can be gone in half an hour, can be gone in 15 minutes. It's not like a light switch where you can throw it on or a tap.
But it is, because they're flicking the light switch at half time.
But that is not a game plan. That will not be a game plan. I think what also compounds Tottenham.
It's a mindset though, isn't it?
And that's up to the managers to get it. And it's like, well, you say up to the manager. Why is it always a manager's responsibility? These are serious players,
because it's
serious
his players,
professionals.
And it's his setup.
This is not something they haven't been told before. Start right. So what else is compounding Spurs is perceived problems right now is the fact that Arsenal are on fire. That adds to the pressure on the Spurs.
Okay, pragmatic though, wise, canny. Maybe he's going about it the right way. We'll see.
Jim White and Simon Jordan. Monday to Friday mornings from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.